Hi there, everybody. Welcome back to The Hub. I am here at the Cognizant booth with Shweta. Shweta, welcome.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you are more than welcome. Now, I know you're very busy, so thank you for taking the time. So I've got a couple of questions for you. So, as you work with your customers, when you're blueprinting all the agentic AI workflows, because everyone's doing agentic now, how are you helping them discover value from that? Because, of course, we don't do things for no reason.
Yeah. So the initial phase of agentic AI implementations in enterprises, Sarah, is focusing on productivity gains on existing processes. Mm-hmm. The last few decades, millions have been poured on automations, on ERP and SaaS, but you still have thousands of human operators still working the systems. Mm-hmm. Agentifying those human operators is a significant value unlock. So a lot of that is being focused there, right? But that's not the only. That's not the only source of value.
Yeah.
The technology presents opportunities for us to discover new business models, new markets, very similar to what digital transformation did with internet, with social commerce, etc. An early stage example of that is we are blueprinting what I would call as the iTunes moment for the edtech industry.
Yes.
Right? This is being able to, using agentic AI, serving hyper-personalized learning journeys that serve up modularized content embedded in the workflow, right? Very similar to iTunes, that you had your own playlist and you could buy a song at a time.
Yeah.
And the trick there is to really reimagine your business, keeping agents at the core.
Yeah. So is that purely a productivity thing, or is it a productivity play, or is there kind of more to it than that?
No, it's more than that.
Yeah.
It's unlocking completely new sources of value, new markets, right? Mm-hmm. New business models.
Yeah.
The EdTech example is that. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, obviously, AI is transforming industry in many different ways, but lots of people are struggling to get past that POC stage. They have a great idea, and they make a POC, but they're not getting any further. So what are you doing to help people actually realize realize the agentic stuff in real life?
Yeah. So there has been a lot of disappointing news out there. MIT also cited 95% of the implementations haven't given you ROI. But these are, I think, teething issues that we have to learn from, and not a bubble or hype and a bubble burst. The early stage implementations focused on using generative AI as assistants with humans still in the loop. Even if there was an individual productivity gain, it didn't translate into P&L impact, right? To overcome this, now you're moving towards agentic AI and try to giving it autonomy so that it's human on the loop and not in the loop, right? Now, some of that early POCs have been brittle because agents you couldn't trust the agents like you do humans. They lack the context, they lack the organizational knowledge, they weren't able to adapt and learn. But now we are introducing context engineering as a new discipline in agent development lifecycle. Cognizant was an early adopter. We are deploying 1,000 engineers, context engineers across the organization. It was very interesting to hear Judson talk about Work IQ yesterday.
Yes.
Because it's playing exactly into the same space.
Yes.
So really excited to hear that launch.
That's where we're going, right?
Yeah.
That's absolutely where we're going. So how should organizations prepare their workforce for this? Because, Judson talked about frontier firms, of course. So what should they be doing to position themselves as a frontier firm?
So that's a good question. Frontier firms are agent-operated, human-led. We are very focused on agent-operated, but let's not forget the human-led. That is a significant workforce transformation, and it's not trivial. And believe it or not, it will be the stickier part. When humans are now required to manage the agents as opposed to doing the business, right? Doing the work, they're still going to be held accountable for the KPIs and the results. What are those skills? What are those competencies? What are the new job descriptions which those humans need to have in order to successfully supervise and manage these agents? We talked about ubiquitous innovation. Judson talked about that, right? That means every user is also going to become a maker of agents, right?
Yep.
So this is a huge upskilling and transformation effort, and frontier firms have to be geared for this. And this will be the tough part in this entire transformation.
Yeah, it's going to be it's scary and exciting all at the same time.
It is, yeah.
I'll give you a quick fire question. Like, what is it? There's one thing about this agentic transformation. What are you most excited about? Just a quick fire question.
I am most excited about is the creation of new business models, and this is a watch out also.
Yes.
We saw a lot of firms who stood on the fence and saw digital pure plays, lose out to digital pure plays, right? Like the digital commerce companies and all. I think it's very core that you start thinking about complete transformative value, right? Reimagine your business, and that's what I'm getting really excited about.
Oh, Shweta, that is awesome. I think that's a good thing to be excited about too. And thank you for joining me here in the Hub. And for more information about Cognizant, you can look at the link below. And we will finish up here in the Hub for now. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.